speaking in terms of like high school students and like college students. Like that experience is just second to none. I mean, I'm gonna just group all those to. I mean, that's second to this. I mean, scholarship goes in that thing. I'm gonna group all that to number two. All the speaking I do for high school students because like that's just that experience is just amazing. Just like gives you a whole new life. Number three would have to be like some my pro bono work. Mm-hmm. Working with some like small businesses out here in New York. One in particular, they needed to come in and like clean up a whole bunch of stuff that they kind of like messed up. I mean, that they didn't mess up, but like just like their advisors kind of like messed up for them. They were doing a whole bunch of stuff on LegalZoom, which is like LegalZoom is cool, but at the same time, like you gotta understand the stuff that you're doing. You gotta understand what you're writing. You gotta understand what you're signing. You gotta understand what you're drafting, because then you can end up screwing yourself, which happened in this case. So fixing all that stuff up and deal with them, and then they had some investors trying to come on and like just give them a horrible deal and just advising them about like their term sheet and saying like, hey, you need to go back on this because basically they're trying to come in and just say, hey, if your company doesn't work out, they can take all that money back. And like that's not something that's like those are predatory tactics that we try to like steer people away from. So just being able to like help in that way and just see the work you do really, really affect somebody's life and like how they're trying to grow their business, trying to just do something major, and like being able to just to make sure they're not taking advantage of in that process. Like that has to be like a top moment. Another, I guess, four in the legal world. Mm-hmm. Man, I just do so much to just help people. It's just like this. I mean, actually, I went to this clinic. Where it was a whole bunch of like artists, and like it was just like clinic put on by like one of the like programs out here, and I was just there and I was just advising them on what to do. Like a lot of them had questions about like art that they had like allow people to sell for them, and they was trying to get it back, and then some instances like just figuring out like how to like be connected to like value their art, or just I mean it was a business question, but it's also just like legal issues for like these artists that like have amazing work, but like they just didn't understand the legal side of things. They didn't, and being able to come into that space, especially as like the only black guy in that space, and like having like a lot of these artists were black, and just being able to like represent for us, and like a lot of them kind of like gravitated toward me because I was like, oh yeah, like you're competent and like you're the one here and like we like you, and like I was actually there for hours. Like I was there practically all day just being around because like yo, I can help. If I can help and actually like the energy in the room is just amazing, I'm just there. So that has to be another top moment. And I guess my last moment, this could even move higher up to the list. It's actually recruiting. It's like there's no secret. The law space is just like not diverse. It's not diverse enough. Like there's very few like black people in these spaces. And especially in these super elite firms, it's like we're less than a half of a percentage. Like we're that. It's not that many of us. We're basically unicorns. Like it's not uncommon for you to be the only black person in the room. Like often, very often. Like more often than you have another black person in the room. It's just a thing. And being able to go into these places and talk to these students that are interested in these places, and interested in coming to these like firms, being able to tell them like about the firms and being able to like recruit them and like bring them in, and just like being honest with them, having like a whole group of students just around you because like it's like yo, like I'm glad that you're there because like we needed that representation, because without you being there probably wouldn't have been a black person at that whole firm, and that firm has like 800 lawyers, and it's like 10 of y'all.
Yeah,
so being able to talk to them and like try to coach them, and then also tell the firm, bring them in, we need more of us, and just seeing that happen, I think that's just like an amazing moment to see, like it going from bringing two black guys in 1 year of a class of like 130 people, so there being like incremental like increases of that amount, and then it's to a point where it's like, oh, we got a lot of we don't have a lot, but it's like, oh, we're starting to get more and more, and like let's keep the momentum going. Yeah, like have more black people in these spaces.
Yeah, like the numbers is going up just constantly every year.
It's the constant fight though, because it's really not a lot. Like I was talking to a guy in Atlanta when he was talking about like just like the New York firms, and he's like, oh wait, these firms they got black people in there? I was like, yeah, bro, it's not that many of us supposed to be out here. But it just those things, just trying to like break down those stereotypes and just trying to like make sure that they're represented.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And then one last question I got for you is where you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Man, 5 to 10 years from now, I see myself just doing a whole bunch of like major stuff. I mean, I got some stuff in the works right now, but like I guess the biggest thing I want to do 5, 10 years from now. I mean, it's a whole bunch on my list. Like kind of like you said, you got a whole bunch of stuff that you are in the mix with. I got a lot of in the mix with too. But the biggest thing, I just want to impact the way we educate. I want to impact the way like we think about intelligence, we think about creativity. I want to be able to, that kid that wants to create and that kid that wants to like build the next big thing, but they don't have that like safety net that a lot of these other inventors have. I want to be able to have that safety net for them. It's like, yeah, like, okay, go take your time and try to go build the next iteration of whatever Facebook will be in like 10 years. Go build that. And like, whatever the tech or whatever that would be. And I have the financial backing. That's like, you don't need to worry about finances while you're trying to build this thing. Because I want you to be on an even playing field with everybody else. So if I can get to a place where it's like, we can build that infrastructure where like, these our kids, our community, they can be free to be creative without having to go take on like massive amounts of debt and being stuck in thing. Like I gotta go work to pay back all this debt that I take on to do something I don't want to do. Versus like, okay, I'm in high school, I'm a senior in high school, I'm a freshman in college. I want to build this thing. I have this burning desire to build this thing, and I need the funds to do it, but I don't have the funds, and nobody in my family has the funds because I'm first generation. How do I get this? I want to be able to say, I got you.
Exactly. And one thing I tell these kids, I said, man, listen, if I had like these apps like Acorns and Stash and all these apps when I was in high school, I'd be on that more than I'd be on social media, man. Like I tell them, man, like just imagine, like I just like, especially like these kids, they are very like they know about coding, they know how to, build websites and stuff like that. So it's just like, not only just do that, but also look at investing at 18 years old. Like I work with a kid. He's 16 years old, and me and him was talking about like he build websites and he want to build social media, and then something told me to ask him. He was like, I was like, do you want to go to like Silicon Valley up in California in the Bay Area? He's like, yeah, I want to, but I'm afraid because there's so many like Ivy League like kids like that. I said, man, listen, we need more of us in there. We need more of Black and Latino in that community because we have so many ideas. And then once you break that barrier, you just open up so many doors, not only for yourself but like for the people that you know. Because that's somewhere I want to be at one day. Like just be around that.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much going on in tech right now. So much going on in entrepreneurship space. There's so much going on in venture capital that you don't even have to be in Silicon Valley anymore. Like a lot of people I know that was out there, they like moving to LA, they like moving to Austin, Texas, they like moving to Seattle because like San Francisco, Silicon Valley, it's expensive now. Yeah. Like it's actually more prohibitive to like be there and try to build something because you're spending like thousands and thousands in rent. So a lot of folks that I know that was creating there have ventured off to like Austin, Texas, like moved to LA or moved to San Diego or moved to like Seattle or like somewhere else. There's a huge like startup culture in New York right now. You got people in Boston. I mean, New York and Boston are more expensive places, but then like people move out to Brooklyn and they still like venture into the city, the subway, pay that what is it, $2 for the subway ride out here all day, and it's just like. I think people are trying to like find more cost-effective ways to create, but also just we need to, I guess, even educate our own communities on like just that, or like how technology works nowadays. How everybody's super connected. Same way you can find like this super attractive girl on Instagram that lives in like Iowa or somewhere. Like what? The same way you can find that, you can make sure you're discovered and wherever your hometown is. Just have a great product, be able to like network and get it out there. Then also when it comes to the Ivy League, like one of my best friends that has created like multiple companies is like created a whole bunch of different like work streams and like a whole bunch of different like income streams. Like he didn't even finish undergrad. He was an undergrad at the same time. He didn't finish it.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
He's basically an insider in the tech world. So I mean, I'm saying education is super important, but I'm also saying like you don't need like if you especially if you're coming from these communities, you already kind of know. Like I learned to grind back in Richmond. I learned grinding before I had a degree. I was able to like make things happen because I learned how to grind, because I learned from my community how to make things happen. And I learned that without a degree. And same way people who want to like build and create can learn to do that.
Yeah, man. That's because I told him, I was just like, it's just so much opportunity out here, man. Like it's, even for myself, like Miami, like South Florida, from like Miami, Orlando, I could say Tampa too, like just the whole state. We slowly trying to get into like in the tech world, and like the tech world is really where it's at right now. Just want to just do something, like just create something different. Cause I met my fiance on Tinder, so it's just like I seen that at FIU, and I'm like, it had to be some young boys had to create this, like a young group of men and women had to create this app, like Snapchat, like they was billionaires at 20 years old. I'm like, y'all my age. So it's crazy, man. But you got any shout outs before we close it up?
Just shout out to you. Shout out to you for reaching out, and like shout out for that connecting with me and like having this good conversation, and like even talking before this. Like, yeah, I really appreciate that, and I'm sure we're just gonna keep growing, keep evolving, and wish you and everybody that's listening nothing but the best, and like keep trying to build our community and make it stronger.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man, and we will be talking a lot because I actually had an idea for a nonprofit program where I don't like, cause me, like I've been working for like 3 to 4 years. I've been in working with like kids after school programs and stuff like that. But I don't want the program to be just typically doing your homework and playing sports. Like I still want to do that, but I also want like a TED Talk. So like I have professionals come in like 2-3 times out of the week, and just talk to the kids because for like an hour, because whether have a teacher there for another extra hour when they were just in school for like 7-8 hours, why not just bring an athlete, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, an actor, a baker, like just people from different walks of life, and just come in and tell them, hey, listen, like, I did this, I did that, but I started, I went to school. Some may not even have finished school, like your friend. Like I know a couple of people that didn't even finish, didn't even go to high school. Didn't even go to the college, and they created something crazy, and they like they established now. Some of them actually want to go to college because they want to, for their kids' sake. They want to teach their kids like education is still important. But yeah, man, we gonna keep in touch, man. But
of course.
I appreciate you coming on the show, man. This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Reco, and this has been episode 45, and we out.
We out.